Hey everyone, it's Nicole from Headspace Collective. Here to do our Tuesday check-in, I guess. Why does it look so dark on the screen? Oopsies. Just gonna turn a light on, but maybe not. All right. How's that better? Ooh. All right. So I'm here to do the Tuesday energy check-in. I'll just pull cards and see what comes up for the collective, and then I guess whenever you see this, you know, this is when you're meant to see it, so I'm not going to put like a time on it necessarily. Just whenever you see it, it's for you to see. All right, let's get started. We have the new moon coming up on the 20th. What's that, Thursday? So we're in Scorpio energy, which is interesting because it's kind of fiery, but it's also water. So you might be feeling, I don't know, I've been feeling like disconnected a little bit, having a hard time staying grounded, but also like low energy. There's like a million things in retrograde still. We're still in Mercury retrograde, so I don't know if you're going through it. You're not alone. I feel like last week I was like, oh, it's not so bad. And now this week, like, careful what you say. So I'm just gonna pull for the collective, see what we got coming up for your energy right now. It's a struggle here getting these cards out. What the hell? Let's get some cards for the collective. Collective reading. Ooh, all right, so there we go. Ask and you shall receive. I do have some appointments available for readings, so if you are looking for a one-on-one personal energy check-in, you can go on headspacenj.com and book a reading with me. I do one-on-one readings, 30 minutes, and then I have a monthly subscription as well, if you want something more consistent. We had our Reiki 1 attunement yesterday for Reiki 1 practitioners. And on December 9th, we will be doing a Protect Your Energy workshop, all virtual. So the Protect Your Energy is just basically how to protect your energy on the daily. It's really helped change my life, learning how to protect my energy. There was a time when I didn't even know what the hell that meant. And now I try to be really conscious. It's helped me with my anxiety. It's helped me with depression. It's helped me with just managing people in my life. It's something that I believe in and that I think we all need to work on and, you know, keep to the forefront of our daily practice. So if that sounds interesting to you, go ahead and sign up. It's going to be up on the website. If you have any questions, you can always message me. But yeah, so that'll be December 9th, just in time for the holidays, so you can learn how to deal with your friends and family. I'll pull a few more cards on this one. For the collective energy check-in, this is for whenever you see it. This, you know, you'll know if it was meant for you. And with the collective readings, you know, not every single thing is going to be. All right, so let's see what we got here. Okay. Releasing, I think it's more releasing of like the energy. So for some of you, you might feel guided to do some type of like energetic release. or spell work or anything like that, whether it's like writing something down and burning it, doing something with candles, writing something and releasing it into the water, the ocean, anything like that. It feels like you're just doing like this final release of everything that you've been going through. And I feel like it's kind of setting you up for like what's coming next. I personally don't believe that January 1st is the new year. I'm more in alignment with like the spring equinox would be our beginning of the year. But I feel like we are in that end phase now. It's the end of the year where, you know, things are ending, right? It's winter season, depending on where you are. But I feel like we are in that phase energetically as well, where we are kind of like clearing out old things, we're tying up loose ends. It's kind of that in-between phase, right? Where we're just not fully into the new year, we're not fully into the newness, but, you know, everything is kind of like in the cycle. I feel like a lot of you are also going through like an emotional healing as well. You're still kind of like, even though there's a lot of things that you maybe are wanting to let go of, wanting to get rid of, you wanting to clear out, I feel like there's still an emotional and energetic release that's happening. And it's almost like you're saying goodbye, you know, like you are still, like parting ways with certain things, and there's, kind of like a ritual or an emotional, release with it. I feel like a lot of you are really trying to focus on continuing to release all these things. A lot of it feels like, you know, money and financially related. I feel like relationships and whatnot you're trying to release. Just anything that like this past year has no longer been in alignment with you. You're definitely like focusing on releasing all of that. And now you're coming into like allowing the new to come in. I think a lot of you are like admitting to yourself that you're finally ready to step into this new life, this new chapter, this new series, whatever it is for you. I feel like you are, you're in acceptance of it. Like you're there. I feel like you're finally there. I feel like there's been a lot of back and forth where it's like, oh, this is over, but I don't feel like it, or just going through the process of releasing. And now it feels like a lot of you are to the point where you're there. You've released, you've worked through a lot of it, you've gone through the healing, you've gone through the emotional pain, you've gone through the emotional healing. To be honest with yourself, you're ready to move forward, you're ready to acknowledge what it is that you truly do desire. I think a lot of you are accepting what you desire is okay. It's real. It's taking away from any self-care that, you know, I feel like there was a point in time where some of you would think of self-care as like selfish, or like, you know, you need to do all these things first before you could put into self-care. And now I think a lot of you are realizing like self-care needs to be first, because if you're not putting into your self-care, you're energetically not able to call in what you're wanting to call in, and also you just deserve it. So I think a lot of you are like starting to energetically put into yourself, even if you need to like spend money on yourself for certain things, like you're not having that guilt that used to come with it. And it feels like you're not thinking about it as hard as you were before. I think a lot of you are really trying to be more in the mindset of like, you don't need to compare yourself to others. You don't need to compete with others. It feels like you're stepping into this mindset where you really are starting to understand that there is like more than enough for everyone. Everyone is entitled to abundance. Everyone is entitled to, you know, happiness. And I think that a lot of you are starting to step into that mindset where you don't have to compete, you don't have to chase, you don't have to compare yourself to others. Like, it's all there for you. I feel like A lot of you are really trying to be more organized in the way that you're calling in these manifestations, the way that you're calling in your abundance, the way that you're calling in your success, the way that you're calling in love. I think you're stepping in with a different energy as well. You're trying to be more organized about it. I feel like you're not as intimidated, like putting the energy into it. I think that you are, as you're doing this, you're also starting to get a little bit more clarity on how to continue to move forward and organize for what it is that you're calling in. I think you're also like in this energy of like organizing your space, organizing your finances, organizing your plans for what you're going to be doing next. I feel like you're just kind of like taking everything in your life and like looking at it in a slightly different way and just shifting in the way that it needs to be shifted. I think a lot of you are also starting to have a more positive mindset. I think you're seeing certain signs and synchronicities that are also helping to give you this positive outlook, and I think you're also having like positive expectations now. You're not stuck in that like ho-hum, oh, everything always goes against me, blah, blah, blah. It feels like you're starting to have, you're like releasing that negative energy, and you're starting to step on to the path of like having positive expectations. I feel like your faith is kind of coming back, your optimism, you're being like more optimistic in this energy that's moving forward. I do again see something with a new career, new business, new something in your job. I think a lot of you are focused on that specifically as well. There's a new direction in your work or financial space. And I think a lot of you are feeling like the positive energy from it, even if it feels scary, even if it feels like there's still a lot of unknown. It feels like there is a positive outlook on it, and it feels like you do know that there is success coming. You are on that path, that direction of success and positivity. I think a lot of you are starting to see signs and synchronicities of that shift happening as well. I also think a lot of you are really starting to embrace who you are, what you're about. I think a lot of you are stepping into your personal power as well. And I think that's like required for what this new path that you're stepping onto is about. I think just like being your true authentic self is really what's going to help to call in what you're trying to call in and kind of like catapult you onto this new path that you're on. What else do we have here? I think a lot of you are really focusing on keeping a grounded energy. Definitely feels like a lot of energy focusing on putting in the work to have a solid, stable, like firm foundation. It feels like you're trying to keep steady while doing this, and I feel like as you're putting in the work, it doesn't necessarily feel like work. It feels like you want to do this because like you're ready for it, you're ready to build this foundation, you're ready to put the pieces back, and you're really paying attention to the details and how you do it this time, because you want to do it in a specific way that's going to make you feel good and the way that you know it needs to be for you to move forward on the path that you're moving forward on. I feel like for a lot of you, you are calling in a partnership as well. I feel like this doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. This could be, again, like if you're starting a business, or you're just, you're just trying to call in some type of a partnership that's going to help you move forward in this next phase. So even if it's just like a friend helping you, with a new job, or a business partner. It could be romantic. It could be someone that is by your side while you're going through this, that is going to support you and uplift you. Whatever this partnership is, and this has been coming through, I think, the last few readings that I've done, Again, it feels very even, very balanced, very stable, solid, grounded. There's definitely loyalty here. I think that you both have this loyal energy towards each other. I feel like there's even give and take. I feel like there is an even exchange of divine masculine and divine feminine energy between you. It just feels like a very solid, stable partnership. I feel like someone is definitely open to giving to you, but not over giving to you. It just feels like a very fair exchange. And it feels like something that really makes you feel seen. It makes you feel safe. It makes you feel comforted. And I think it's also something where there's like a light energy to it, where there is fun involved. It's not so serious. Even if this is like a business partnership or a friendship or anything, it feels like you both can recognize like the fun things in each other and the lightness in each other, while you continue to deal with, the other shit in the world that you have to deal with, right? While you're building this new business, or you're starting this new career, or your new whatever in life that you're starting, even if it's a new relationship or a new partnership, it feels like you're both working towards kind of the same thing. You're both putting in the same energy. It just feels very, very even Steven. For some of you, I think there is something coming in. It feels like it's going to come in kind of like out of the blue, or at like the light is going to come, from out of the darkness. Like there's going to be some kind of light. Something's going to be exposed to you. I don't necessarily feel like this is something bad. I feel like this is like the next piece to the puzzle. I think a lot of you are like holding a lot close to you right now. I think a lot of you are really like kind of like watching. I want to say like you're being sly, but like not in a bad way, or in a negative way. It just feels like you're really kind of like watching what's going on around you. You're watching for the signs and the synchronicities. You're watching the pieces fall, but you're kind of like pulled back. I think you're also like keeping what you have close to you. Even if it's like your finances, or your heart, or some knowledge that you have, I feel like you're kind of like, keeping it close. Not that you're gatekeeping or anything like that, but you're just kind of like being mindful right now of what you're doing. I just see you standing like a little behind everything, just to make sure that everything is going the way that it needs to, or you're just observing right now. But I do feel like with that, something is going to come through, some type of information that's going to help you to really move forward on this next step that you're wanting to really, get into. It could be, a piece of information that is like a lead. It could be some type of a sign or synchronicity that shows you the next step on your path. But something definitely will be coming in soon. And I feel like it's something, again, that you've been calling in, but when it does come in, you're going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. Like, oh my God, this was so unexpected. And it's like, was it unexpected though? Because you've been asking the universe to help you with this. So I don't think it's that unexpected, but it's going to feel like it in the moment. I think when you look back on it after it happens, you're going to be like, oh no, like I did ask for that. So that, I believe, is what I have for the collective reading. Definitely feels good. Definitely feels like you're kind of like in between, and you're in the work stage, but like the good work stage, not the like I'm going through shit, everything's crumbling around me, I can't take anymore. I feel like this collective is out of that, and now it's like the rebuilding, but like you're rebuilding the way that you want to. It's at your will, and I think that you are. It doesn't feel like you're putting in the work, like it's just what's needs to be done, and you want to do it because you want to create this next whatever that you're trying to create. So that is what I have for you guys for the Tuesday check-in. Whenever you see this is when you're meant to see it. I'm not putting any time frame on it. And yeah, if any of this resonated and you want to tap into your own personal energy deeper, again, I do have readings available. I have 30-minute readings, and then I also have the monthly subscriptions. So you can do all that right on headspacenj.com, or if you see something that's not available or have questions, please reach out, and I'll try to get back to you ASAP. But yeah, so that's what I have. I think I'm going to try and pop on tomorrow and maybe do a little sound bowl thing. I'm not sure though, because my Wi-Fi is shitty right now. I'm waiting for the guy to come fix it. I think he's coming on Thursday. So if I don't pop on tomorrow to do that, maybe I'll pop on and do like pendulum readings. I don't know. Or I might just come on Thursday when my Wi-Fi is fixed. I don't know. We'll see. And then I'll definitely be back on Friday to do another collective reading. So if you have any suggestions, any topics, anything you want to see, then let me know in the comments, separately, message me, DM me, whatever. Let me know what you guys want. If you want me to talk about certain things, I don't know. I want to, like I said before, I want to kind of create some type of a collective vibe. I want us to all kind of, share and whatever. So, yeah. All right. Have a good night, day, whatever time it is for you. And I'll see you tomorrow or Thursday, depending, and then Friday.